Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. I've got a wonderful trick for you this video. I'm calling these particle plumes. They are aesthetics that you can bring into your survival world. They are permanent as well and they bring a lot of life, colour and animation into your Minecraft world. Now there's no actual practical use for this other than perhaps a location signifier, something that you could see from a distance. But not that far at all. As you can see over there, the render distance of particles isn't actually very far at all. This is just a stunning aesthetic trick, and I'll teach you all about it in this video. First of all, let's start with options. Obviously, this is all done with tipped arrows, and there are actually 14 different colors of tipped arrows available. If you were to use MBT tags and creative mode stuff, then you could actually add a whole bunch more colors to this. And as well as that, there is one other particle option, which is the spectral arrow, which you can see over here on the right. And on the left, what I've gone and done is just stacked a whole load of colors together. So credit where credit is due. This idea was sent to me by Akhilesh Kumar. So if you're watching, my friend, thank you for sharing this with the Minecraft community. It's an absolutely brilliant little discovery. And as always, if you guys want to tweet me anything you found in the game you think is worth sharing, then you can do so at my Twitter. You can find a link to it in the description box. Again, thank you to Akhilesh. This is absolutely brilliant. And if you still haven't figured out how exactly it works, well, what we're doing is we're bouncing those tipped arrows up and down on slime blocks. And what that also does, as well as spread the particle effects about, is reset the despawn time of the arrow, which means that these things will run permanently. They will never ever stop working. That includes if you log out of a world and you log back in again. It'll also continue to work if the chunks it's in unload and then are loaded back up again. This thing will just continue running with no hassle. One consideration you might want to add is some glass around the outside, just in case the player or an entity wanders over this thing and the arrows hit them. That would of course break it. And you can't have any blocks in the path of these things as well. So if I put those there, you'll see the arrows hit them and it stops working. One other thing to mention is that the particle effects are actually affected by blocks. If I were to do this, they would be contained inside of all of those blocks. Building this contraption is super simple. We want to start off by placing a sticky piston facing upwards, a slime block on top of it, and that's where your plume is going to be. This is the block that the arrows bounce up and down on. On the side of it, we're going to place a T-shape like this. The block in the middle is temporary. We're going to put a repeater there, set it to the 4th setting. On the back side of that repeater, we're going to put a torch like this, and on the front side we're going to place a redstone dust down on the ground, and that is going to cause this slime block to bounce up and down. And then what you want to do is put a ring of blocks around the outside that don't attach to the slime block. The next step might be obvious. We got to shoot the arrows onto the slime blocks, but there is some things to mention with this. First of all, if you've got multiple arrows in your inventory, it's the one furthest across towards the first slot that is going to be selected, which is green for me. And when it comes to shooting these things onto the slime block, it can be a little bit finicky, like that one has stuck to the edge. And generally what I find is best to do is to get high up and above and sort of center yourself over and just drop lots of shots down like this. So let's swap those around and drop some red ones in there as well. Now if we take a step back and just look at these ones over here, you can see they're all actually behaving differently. There's one over here that goes a little higher than the rest, and over on this side there's a whole bunch of them that have grouped up together. Based on how you shoot this at very slightly different angles and how many arrows you put on it, it's all going to behave differently, and there isn't much of a science to it. It does feel rather random. And that's just about everything I have to say about these particle plumes. So if you have enjoyed the video, then leave a like. As always, thank you for your support, and I would love to see some screenshots of how you use these in your Minecraft world. So if you're doing that, be sure to take a screenshot, show me where you've used them in the world, and send them to me on Twitter. Can't wait to check it out. But anyway, that's going to be it from me this video. If you haven't seen it already, my 15 secret facts for Minecraft 1.12 is out on my channel. There's a link to it on your screen and in the description box. But that is it from me this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.